Do you have a question? The microphone.
I'm from TTD News. I see Milan Archer, Joven Jones, Luke Singh, all they got their first starts for the campaign. The main thought process behind that, because it's another change from the team.
Well, we brought 23 players who start for their clubs, and as I told you guys, this is a process we're going through. This is a rebuilding stage, and if we don't play the players, long time ago when I was playing, we had Caribbean Cups and stuff like that where we could expose players in competitions at a good level, and then bring them into CONCACAF. Every single time there's a window, there's a competition, so there's no real room for us to give the players exposure. And so I felt that the guys should play, and everybody should have an opportunity to show themselves in a competition format going forward.
All right, the United States, and when we look back to Jamaica, we clearly are still behind, right? In play on the field, in aggression, quickness, and all that. The skill level could probably match at some point in time. But what we're looking to do to make up that huge gap to stop conceding goals like 6 and 4.
Well, we need to have our players being exposed at the highest level, and consistently play football at a high level. Our national team coach job is the coach can't get the players fit when they come here. They have to come from by the clubs with that fitness, and so you put them in a formation, in a format that you would get them to play. And a lot of times that you see we were lacking fitness.
You mentioned earlier back in the day, it used to have competition like the CFU Cup, Shell Cup, and these things that we know about, and you're not seeing those competitions again. It's straight into the Gold Cup, straight into Nations League all the time. What do you recommend to bridge that gap in regards to the guys playing football at a high level on a regular basis, not just in the window?
Well, if the guys don't get the exposure on the outside and consistently play at a high level, because you have to remember our league hadn't played for about 3 years. It's the first time we had a league in a while. So all of those things put together, and the CFU used to have competitions that you could see that St. Kitts in the same boat as us, receiving a number of goals. Where Jamaica has bridged the gap is that they bring in a lot of Premier League players who have grandparents and parents playing in the English league, so they can cut short that part of that development by bringing in these type of players, which we don't have the laws back in our country that we can do that.
He's here in the.
Hi, Angus. Can you tell us, going into the game, knowing it was a must-win game, what was your approach and how you thought the guys executed in the first half?
Well, we put on the more ball handlers. I went against my philosophies in how I like to play a bit, by allowing the more skillful and ball handler players to play in the first half and try to control the game by possession base and play on the counter. And a couple of times we got in. I think we had a good chance with Joven Jones in the first 10 minutes. It probably been when he came at the back post after Levi went down the line. And then we had a couple of scrimmages and a couple of opportunities, but we continue to concede soft goals.
Coach, I have a question for you. What is your balance, your general balance of the tournament? Like 1 month later after arriving to the US with expectations, and yeah,
the tournament is improving all the time. We were here last in 21, and we are progressing. You can see small baby steps, but the tournament on a whole is progressing. I think when you look at the overall, you look at the French Caribbean teams, they can bring in players who played in France, and plug that hole. Guadeloupe is doing fantastic. Martinique, and if you look at the construct of their teams, also the Jamaican team, but they have the right to do so. They have the right to do so. Unfortunately, we don't have that thing, but the tournament is improving all the time. US have a lot of people say a second team in the tournament, but it's a team that has a lot of experience in the team, and also has a lot of players who playing at a high level in the MLS. The MLS has been improving leaps and bounds, and one Lionel Messi is going to be here next. So we have to get to play more and expose our players at the higher level a bit more.
Thank you so much, Coach. Really wishing you the best, and thank you for your cooperation on
Thanks a lot.
tournament.
No problem. Anytime.